Hello, welcome to another episode of the Friday artwork video. So we are up to 9th edition now, and as I've been doing more recently, I think I'm going to go through virtually, all the single copies of cards I have. Obviously I'm not going to go through every single card and show multiple copies of the same card, but yeah, I'll pretty much go through everything. The artwork's quite all over the place because it is a core set. But I thought it would be interesting for nostalgia reasons just to have, everything on camera. So we'll start off with this Angelic Blessing. Let's just get this into frame on here. And there we go. So yeah, for nostalgia reasons, it'll be interesting to see what comes up artwork wise. It sort of reminds us of the set or the period from whence the original version came. I will point out where the card is a rare, although for this I do find with the core sets often it's easier to spot when it is that sort of gold coloured set symbol. And if anything in particular that we might have come up for the corresponding deck musings episode, I will try and remember to flag that up. So I suppose we're going to be looking for what mainly black and green stuff. Yeah, but definitely some artwork that was very much of its time. And of course, I think as I've mentioned, we don't really get the benefit of a theme consistency that we do with, say, we've just been looking at Champions, haven't we? So there's definitely a very consistent theme there. Yeah, Glory Seeker's cropped up, I imagine, in a number of sets over the years. This has things like Holy Day. And Holy Strength. I'm assuming, don't they usually, where they've printed Holy Strength in a set, they also do Unholy Strength. I'm assuming we'll see in a moment. And hopefully we'll be able to do the compare and contrast between foil and non-foil versions where that's the case. You'll also notice because it's a because it is a core set at this point, and it was white bordered, where that is the case, the foil version will be black bordered. No doubt some of this, when you recognise it, you might think, oh, well, the version that I recognise was different artwork maybe. So case in point with this next guy, which is Master Decoy. Okay, so we're in luck. So we have a common at foil, or actually have a non-foil version. Right, so I'll stack it so we get the foil first. So 2-1 flyer with first strike. What is? Well, it's Pegasus Charger. So yep, there you go. Yep. Into Pegasus Tribal. Pretty nice. Look at the eyes on that. Wow. Is that just a... Hang on, I've got to look at this. So, no, it is like that. I just wondered if that was an anomaly of the camera angle. But no, it does look like that. Look at the red eyes. Can you see that? I try and get it. Yeah, look. It's even scarier. Actually, off of camera. Again, it's just interesting how foil just captures different things, like as you twist and turn it. Again, we've got that. I'm sure I pointed out this multiple times. Almost like slightly artifacty look to it when you have a foil in white, and the whole card is like foiled. And can you see the marbling effect as well on where the rules are and on the side? So you can compare that to just the plain old card. Not sure what colour of eyes that's supposed to be there on the plain card. Doesn't look very red. And then sort of side by side there. Certainly does make that one pop, like the whole image for it being foiled. Of course, it's always interesting just because of the sort of cards you see. You've got you're in white, you've got your fog effects, you've got your fog effects stapled to certain cards, or damage prevention, probably more specifically, I should say. Yeah. And I think I'm right in saying at this point as well, I suppose, was it the case that you never really saw multicoloured cards in core sets? I think I'm right. And I'm trying to even remember when that first, where multicoloured cards first appeared. And yeah. I've always liked the artwork on this one, actually, on Sky Hunter Prowler. And there's definitely 3 coming up in a row here, which I tend to straight away recognise when they're in a set. So we've got Soul Warden. Looks like I've actually got these in alphabetical order. Suntail Hawk, which is a good old 1/1 for 1 with flying. I'm sure we're used to seeing that sort of card in white in a core set. And then another one which I tend to recognise quite a bit, which is Venerable Monk. I'm just trying to think now, did I not flag up did we have any rare in white? I think. Yeah, so, okay, so no rare cards in white. Okay. Oh, actually, I jumped ahead of myself here. I didn't spot these 2 lurking. So let's have a look. Yeah, so here is the rare in white that I've got, which is Weathered Wayfarer. Okay, moving on. Into blue, starting off with the A's. Haven Fisher. So here's a rare for you. Blue rare. card that I tend to recognise as being popular in a core set type of card. That's Dehydration. Yeah, basically something that, as you can see there, maybe I did it too fast, but you know, stopping a creature from untapping during its controller's untap phase. And then these things like fish liver oil, which there's loads of different cards in Magic which give a creature some sort of walk, and this one is the blue one, the island walk one. Okay. We have a vanilla 1/1 for 1 in the form of Fugitive Wizard. And then we have a 1/3 for 1 on a blue. So yeah, Mana Leak was in the set. And this card as well, which is interesting. It's an illusion. It's unblockable, but it doesn't have that illusion effect on it. You know, with other illusions, often when they're targeted with a spell, they just go away immediately. But that doesn't. It's a 2/2 for 3 that's unblockable. And of course, no Magic the Gathering set would be complete without a piece of artwork with a cranky looking wizard on it. Reminiscence. And then Sea Monster with a conditional attack on it, and much as the defending player has to control an island. Okay, another foil and an aura. So this is a land enchantment, and it makes the enchanted land an island. Nice bit of foiling. These aren't too bad actually. These are not. They're bending a little bit. Looks nicer, doesn't it? And then of course this is the non-foil version. As I've mentioned before, the foil ones always black bordered on the core sets when the core sets were still white bordered at this point. Foil and foil. Bit of sleight of hand. Okay. 1/2 for 2 with flying. I wonder if you can guess what this is. Yeah, it's Stormcrow. And then, following up Stormcrow, we Thieving Magpie, which is a 1-3. We have a Tidings, which draws 4 cards for 3 and 2 blue, and that's at sorcery speed. And we have Time Ebb. The other thing I like about core sets is that the card names are much less likely to be a bit of a tongue twister and hard to pronounce. So Wonderguard, then you can't pronounce it, Wonderguard Sentry. Okay. 1 for 2 is flying here. We're in black, so we're in a core set, so what do you reckon? Yeah, it's a Bog Imp. Okay. So yeah, our rare was our Daring Apprentice in the blue cards we just looked at. I think that was the only rare. For blue anyway. Okay. Coercion. Yeah. A bit of hand disruption. Well, we are in black now. So we got. Oh yeah, this spell. Yeah. Consume Spirit. And we have a black aura. Contaminated bonds. And our instant removal in the set is Dark Banishing. Festering Goblin. And a 2/2 for 2 with flying, but with a downside. Gravedigger was in here. And also Highway Robber. And you can see here's a looming shade with that, you know, +1/+1 buff. Yeah. And also this card, which we were talking about in the Deck Musings episode, so Necrotal. And like all the different cards that you see in Magic which have that, ETB effect where they'll remove maybe a specific type of creature. Moving on, we can move through our black cards here. There's a card with Swamp Orb on it. And we do have Raised Dead in here. So it gets a creature card from your graveyard back to your hand. And then we've got a couple of rats. We have Ravenous Rats. And we have also Razor-Tooth Rats. It's a shame I don't have that in foil. We were doing Zombie Tribal in Commander Fodder. So a zombie here, just a vanilla 2/2 for 3. Bit of conditional removal. Destroy target green creature, can't be regenerated. You get to draw a card. Another zombie with a restriction, so it can't block, so 2/2 for 2. It's Spineless Thug. And then here we have one of the 2 rares I pulled in black. This is Underworld Dreams. So whenever an opponent draws a card, Underworld Dreams deals 1 damage to him or her. I will include links, to the, the set descriptions on MTG Wiki, and also the relevant Scryfall search for this set, and also the booster pack openings that I did for this as well, the original pack openings that these came from. So I'll make sure I include all of those in the description. Alright, carrying on, another rare in black here, Will-o'-the-Wisp. So it's a 0/1 flying and regeneration, which is a rare. It's 1 for that. It's a spirit. And our final card is Zombify. Return target creature card from your graveyard to play. Cool. Moving on to red. An Arbor Shaman. There's me saying things are much more pronounceable in corsets and making pronunciation mistakes. Balduvian Barbarians. You can see quite a number of vanilla creatures here. Rage, which sort of gives a creature like instant speed, fire breathing. 3 with Haste, Goblin Chariot. And then the Goblin Scout with Mountain Walk. That's a 1/1 for 1. Guerrilla Tactics. So it's probably a good card where, you know, maybe like me, you've not paid a lot of attention to the artwork close up. And it, you know, from a distance it just looked like a sort of mash-up of things. And, Hill Giant. 3 for 4. And yeah, Kurdate was in this set. So this is this 1/1 where it gets +1, +2 as long as you control the forest. It's a single red to cast. And one of these cards, which is, you know, works great in, say, limited, because it's a good finisher. It's high casting cost. Does 5 damage though. But yeah, mainly the sort of thing you'd see in limited play. And we also have Lightning Elemental. It's 4/1 with Haste. And our rare is Wrathy Dragon. Sandstone Warrior. And a destroy target artifact card, which is Shatter. Shocks in the set. So 2 damage, single red. And then 9th edition had Stone Rain in it. Destroy target land. So let's move on to green. And the first card is actually a rare that I pulled. It's Agent Silverback. I would have opened, yeah, probably what, 10 boosters of 9th edition. So there were 2 videos I did, each opening 5 packs. Oh yeah, I always forget about this sorcery. I think I've featured the artwork before, something's come up. This is Creeping Mould. Elvish Berserkers. And probably one card that many people are familiar with, and that's 2/2 for 2 in green, Grizzly Bear. Sorted Wampus. It's funny, that almost looks like a photograph to me. Well, slightly blurry one. King Cheetah. 3 and a green for a 3/2. But yeah, you can play at any time. You could play an instant, so yeah, flash, as I think we would say today. Yeah, you get these interesting sort of green creature cards which don't directly generate mana, but what they do is they untap target lands. And although I've never built many life gain decks, I always find the artwork to be pretty interesting on those sorts of cards, particularly in green. Also got some interesting naturalise artwork here in 9th edition. Another vanilla creature. It's a 4/3 for 4. Order of the Sacred Belt. And no doubt many Magic players are going to recognise this card. Search your library for a basic land card and put in that card into play tapped, then shuffle your library. For 1 and a green, it's Rampant Growth. Another vanilla creature. This is a 7/6/1 for 8. Scaled Worm. Okay. Another vanilla creature. Trained Armadon. Okay. So there's another rare here. Green one. This is I don't know if you recognise this. Not one I recognise too much. Weird Harvest. And yeah, Wood Elves was in the set. So moving on to our artefacts first. Got a couple of foils in here, but unfortunately don't have a corresponding non-foil one. But before we get there, we've got Bottle Gnomes, which crops up in a few core sets, albeit with slightly different artwork. So yeah, it's a rather nice Ornithopter. It's that 0/2 for 0 flyer. Very foily indeed. 4 for 6 Phyrexian Hulk. Another foil, and this is actually a rare one. This is Slate of Ancestry. For 4 you get to discard your hand, draw a card for each creature you control. So I always found this card very interesting. This is another rare. So this is a 3/3, and it's Thran Golem. So as long as it's enchanted, it gets +2/+2, has flying, first strike, and trample. And that's for 5. Now, I've only got one of these. There were a cycle of these for one of each colours, but you probably recognise them. It's a sort of card that crops up now and again in Magic as a cycle, where, you know, if you play a green spell or do something, there's variations on this. You gain 1 life. You sort of want lucky charm type things. And then in terms of the land, so only 3 pieces of land. It's pretty interesting what was in here. So we had part of this cycle. So here's the black-red one. This is Sulphur Springs. But then the Urza lands were also in here. I've only got 2 of the 3 that I pulled. So Urza's mine. There's one of the ones. And you see that these, I don't know if you saw that, these scale. So if you control Urza's power plant and an Urza's tower, add 2 to your mana pool instead of 1. And I do have the Urza's power plant. So each, you know, buff each other if you like. So yeah, I'm missing the tower, which I think I've got somewhere else actually, probably a different binder, not maybe this one, but I think I do have a copy of it in one of my boxes. Okay, there we have it. Hopefully you enjoyed that. It was really interesting to see those cards. Obviously you get a completely different experience art-wise from, you know, sets where you're not, you know, in this case, these are all reprints. So thanks once again for watching. Bye for now, and I will catch you in a future episode.